right, it is time for another grab bag episode. If you remember back in episode 40 and episode 90, 97, 98, around there. So episode 40 and episode, I think it's 98. We did grab bag number 1 and grab bag number 2, where listeners write in pretty regularly. It kind of comes in fits and starts, where I'll get a whole bunch of emails from people about stuff or texts asking questions, and some have turned into clients. So thanks for that. Sometimes it goes radio silent, and then sometimes I get more. And so we have 3 of our top questions that we chose, which I think are pretty relevant. And I kind of these were kind of consolidated from the last 3 months or so. We got in a whole bunch, and then I picked the top 3. One is, will rates go down? Just real simple question. Personally, I have no crystal ball. My opinion, no. I don't think we're going to see the 2.85s and the 3.5s and 3.75% rates like we saw in 2021 for a great while. We had 0 Fed fund rate, and there's another episode we talk about that, but the government took the rate down to 0, and it was there for a long time. We all got kind of used to that. However, we're ratcheting up now to the new rates because of inflation and things. And I think that the economy, while it may go into a recession, rates might settle a little bit to kind of adjust for a recession. I think that we're in this for the long haul. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm 53. I don't know if I'll see those rates again in my life. Maybe my kids will. It's kind of sad to think about. Excuse me. I'm eating dehydrated strawberries today, and they get all stuck in it. Excuse me. Side note: these are dehydrated, freeze-dried sliced strawberries. No, I'm not an affiliate of the company. They're like kind of like Doomer cans where they have dehydrated strawberries that last for 30 years if they're unopened. These things are amazing. I buy them, and I just they're really low in calories, super high in vitamin C, and you just can eat them all day long. Anyway, that wasn't one of the questions. So anyway, that's what it is with interest rates. Question number 2, that was from Joan, by the way. Question number 2 is from Raj. I don't know Raj. When will more houses come on the market? Okay, another simple question. No crystal ball. My opinion is it's weird right now. Summer's winter, winter's summer. We're normally in May, June. If I was to ask you, hey, do more homes come on the market in the summertime? You'd probably say, hell yeah, that's normal. Right now, we're actually seeing a decrease in inventory as we head into the summer. There's so many global things going on. People are changing states all over based on other, economic issues, taxes, political persuasion. They're going and moving around the country. So it's very difficult to judge when people are moving not for the normal reasons. Moving for schools, expanding for kids, downsizing in retirement, things like that were very normal. Now it's super global. So it's really hard to tell. I think houses, here's one thing I do know. One thing, I think that more houses will start coming onto the market nationwide, really, when sellers start, and don't take offense if you're a seller, sellers start smartening up and listening to their experts, their agent, if they're selling. Price your house right and it will sell. If it's in good condition, it's priced right, it will sell. Okay, so that's one thing I do know, is that when sellers start living in the 2023 and the future type time, and not 2021 when their house was worth $1.8 million, it's actually now worth about $1.5 million, and let's go get you that money now and move on with your life. So that will help open up the market a little bit when sellers start adjusting their expectations. Number 3 is kind of like where I want to devote the rest of my life eventually. I've taught a little bit on this. I did some kind of program over at Agora High School for 3-4 years with the kids, with a teacher named Sandy Wiltshire, fantastic teacher at Agora High School. And worked with her a little bit on teaching these kids how to save and how to start a company and things like that in high school. And this is something I'm really pumped and jazzed about. I still help kids with this, and actually may teach this at one of the local schools here in North Carolina, in Raleigh. It's a passion project, as they say. But this is from Joel. Okay, so Joel, but he put a question mark next to his name, so he's not his real name. He says, I'm 25. I'm around the area. I have $3,000 right now from working during high school. Can't really read this. Oh, and I want to live near the area of Silver Lake. Oh, so Silver Lake actually is an area in California. It's just closer to downtown LA. There's a couple areas, Silver Lake, Echo Park, that have really gentrified and they're like super eclectic and very cool, nice cool restaurants and stuff. But because everything became very cool and eclectic, what happened? So prices shot up. So something that was like $300,000 is now $1.3 million, literally over 5 years. I mean, that's how bad it got renovated and stuff. But that's how bad Silver Lake got. So he had that question. He wants to move to Silver Lake. He's 25. He's working. What is the best thing he can do to start saving for that? Okay, so this is where my love comes. I'm not going to get into the whole savings thing, but for Joel, question mark, Silver Lake's very expensive. First thing I'd say is let's move you a little closer into the San Fernando Valley. Maybe we move you into Studio City. Maybe we move you over into North Hollywood, into NoHo Arts District. If you want to be on the west side, we could start moving, looking at other areas on the west side, but it's very, very expensive over in that area. So one might be to adjust your expectations for your initial home. If you do want to live in Silver Lake and you do want to save for that, it just really depends on how much you're looking for. I would recommend starting possibly with a condo at your price level. Find something that's really nice, something maybe even that you could fix up over time. It doesn't need to be like the perfect fit. As I always say, and we always say, and Michelle and I always say, that's 3 times, that if you can check mark 6 or 7 boxes out of the 10, you are golden, baby. Because you can, those 3 or 4 other boxes, you could do yourself over time and add that value and sell it for more. That's where your value add is. So being a young guy like that, I think that probably wouldn't be a problem. Now, $3,000 is probably going to be an issue. So assuming you're not getting any sort of gift from somebody else, and let's say you're looking at something in Silver Lake that's a condo, it's going to be like $500,000 around that area. Some of the last condos I've looked at around there. And you can get possibly a 5% loan, even a 3% to 5%, Fannie Mae loan, first-time homebuyer programs, which would be great. But you only have maybe about a fifth or an eighth of the amount of money that you need. My recommendation to you now is any amount of money that you earn every month that you're paying towards rent, adjust your expectations on food, on car payment, on all of that stuff. Reduce, reduce, reduce. That's everything. Now, that's a very difficult thing at 25 because all your buddies are out spending money all over the beach, having beautiful meals and going to have sushi every night, drinking martinis. You have to, unfortunately, if you want to own, you have to adjust your lifestyle for a prolonged period of time. If you are open to doing that and cutting all that out, okay, it's about making your own food. It's healthier that way. You know what's actually in it, so it actually has a health aspect to it. It's killing the gym membership and trying to work out in your neighborhood. It's trying to kill the excess streaming video stuff you have because you should be out working anyway instead of watching so much TV. Keep one, Netflix, be done with it. It's about maybe downsizing your telephone bill, your cell phone bill a little bit. If you do lease a car, obviously you got to keep your car. If you're leasing a Maserati and you're 25 years old and you're making $40,000-$50,000 a year, get rid of the car as fast as possible. Those kinds of things. Every dollar counts. Every dollar adds up. Now, every dollar you save, let's say you make $50,000 and your cost of living is $25,000, and after taxes, at the end of the year, you can save maybe $5,000. That $5,000, I recommend you do 2 things, okay? And I'm not a financial advisor, can't hold me liable, blah, 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 okay? This is just my opinion. It's stuff that I do. And that is that if you have $5,000, I would take every month that you have that money set aside, that $5,000, let's say it's $6,000 because the math's easier, that's $500 a month that you can save. I would take $250, stick it into one mutual fund, take $250 and stick it into the other mutual fund, okay? Now, one mutual fund could be what they call, it's actually the company that I love is called Vanguard. I would go over to the Vanguard Mutual Fund Company and put $250 of that into a bond fund, and I would take $250 and put it into what's called a total stock indexed fund, okay? Both of them invest in, Vanguard does the investing for you. Both of them are very low cost, and both of them invest in all bonds and all stocks in the entire market. Total diversity, and you don't need to think about it. That's what I recommend that you do with your savings, and then see how it builds over time, and then we'll be ready to potentially sell. Now, you do have to pay tax on the gain when you get there, but that's how you increase the income over time. You take that money and it goes away and you don't spend it too. So it's all about lifestyle adjustment and it's all about savings. Sorry I went too long on that one, but that's kind of like and I'm trying to do this super fast, a lot more aspects to it, but that's for Joel, question mark. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the 3rd grab bag episode, and thanks for all these years you've been here with me. If you've watched the entire show, we're at episode, I think 138 or 139 now. I think it's 139. So it's been going a while. Thank you for everything, and we will see you next week on the show.